Hey Taurus, thanks for joining me here at Major Arcanum. I've already pre-shuffled the cards so that we can get started right away. This will be a love reading for the upcoming week from when you get this message. As usual, I'll place your person's cards on my left, yours on the right, and mutual cards will go in the center. We have the Five of Wands that slid out. We'll put that on your person's side. We also have the Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. On your side, the Knight of Wands, Strength card, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Did I say that earlier? Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords. All right, let's run through the signs real quick too. So the Five of Wands, Leo energy with the Five of Wands, also Leo energy with this Strength card. Aquarius energy with the Five of Swords. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini with the Knight of Swords. What am I saying here? Sagittarius energy with the Eight of Wands. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Knight of Wands, and Taurus energy with the Five of Pentacles. All right, so let's get started. I mean, look at how many fives there are. Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So I feel that things are coming to a head in your connection right now. Just like butting heads constantly with these conflict cards. But the good news is whenever I see the fives is although it represents conflict, the good thing about it is it represents change as a result of the conflict. It could be a situation where you're like, man, I'm just tired of fighting. Let's find a resolution here, right? Or can we call a truce or something like that, because you just want some kind of peace. You don't want to go into each day knowing that it's going to be like World War III, right? So changes as a result of the conflict represented here. We see the volcano going off in the background, and I feel like it's one person wants to save the situation and the other's like, no, you'll put yourself in danger or something like that, right? So just trying to get to safety, I feel like, with the Five of Wands energy. Now there is some kind of communication or stalling communication with the Five of Swords. This card does represent winning at all costs, but it's like one person has to lose in this. I feel like the person who wants some kind of resolution is like, fine, you can have your way. I just want to put an end to this, right? Because it's stressful. Fighting every day is stressful. And so I feel that, and it could be you actually, right? Wanting to put an end to it. So you're making some concessions and whatever it is that you two continue to butt heads on, right? So for example, and this isn't everybody's scenario, this might be just one person's scenario, but if, for example, you two are talking about your living situation, and maybe one wants to buy a house, buy a new house, and the other's like, what's wrong with this one, right? And so it's like you two continue to butt heads about that topic, whatever it might be. And so you two just you didn't recognize or realize that it was going to cause such friction that you two couldn't find a resolution, or that you couldn't disagree, or that you two would have such differing opinions about it, right? And so it's like somebody makes a concession like, fine, we'll do things your way, just to keep the peace, we'll do things your way, right? And so I kind of feel like it's that kind of situation. Maybe not the house scenario, but a situation like that where you give in. We have the Queen of Pentacles here, and she's, she's facing forward, but her body language is, well, it's kind of angled toward you, actually. Her knees are angled toward you. So she's interested, and, no gender in tarot, you know what I mean. But there is interest in what you have to say, or, maybe your argument holds a little weight. And so there's some consideration, but ultimately I feel that they have their mind made up. Okay. this is an abundant kind of energy. Like we have everything we need right here. We have everything we need the way it is. Why make any changes, right? So what's more important? Can't we just, if we apply it to the house situation, can't we just make some modifications to this house to suit your needs? Can't we, whatever, we have so many memories here, like why do we have to leave it? I don't know. It's something like that where one person's arguing one thing and the other something else, and they're trying to get you to see their way. I feel pretty strong in their opinions of whether they do or they don't versus whether you do or don't. They're pretty strong and firm in their decision. Surprising. It's surprising to me that they can outstubborn you. But I think the desire for peace outweighs your desire to be right or to have your way. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Knight of Wand energy and the position of where you stand. It's indecisive energy. Okay, so you had an idea, you put it out there, it got shot down. You're like, all right, well, fine, you know? So, you know, I feel like it could also be the arguments, you know, quick messages being exchanged back and forth. So could be that you two, you know, have these little arguments or whatever, and so you're feeling indecisive because you want your way, but you want to keep the peace more than that. Strength card, Leo energy. I feel that maybe you're saying, I'm picking my battles with this situation. I'm picking my battles, or maybe it's too hot right now. We can pick this up at a later time. Oh, corporate talk is like, let's table this discussion, right? We'll get back to it another time, maybe when things are healed, maybe when I have more to back it up, right? More weight to back it up. But I feel like you don't want to overpower the situation. I think that you want to come back to this conversation. I feel like you're giving up for now, and it's just in order to keep the peace, but not because you've given up on the idea. Feeling alone in this situation, like you know what's best for you, for your family, but this person is outstubborning you. This person is outstubborning you, and so, you know, you're just feeling like, why can't they just see, or why can't they just understand what I feel is best for the family or best for the unit? You know, that this is a good idea, you know. So a conflict continues to cause a little bit of friction between the two of you. We have the Knight of Swords here, hasty decisions. In the challenge position, it's in the challenge position, so I feel like it's not so hasty. Like you two are kind of marinating on the idea, on the conversation, you know. Oh, I should have said this, I should have said that, or, you know, just marinating on the conversation. So I feel like it's going to be picked back up later. Again, more friction, more conversations, quick conversations, meaning arguments exist between the two of you. This issue isn't done yet, but I feel like you just want to press pause right now to cool things off or to cool things down. So no changes are being no changes are being made right now, but the considerations for it are occurring right now. Like what can I compromise? How can I get what I want? How can we both be satisfied in the situation? You know, so I feel like it's the beginning of conversations surrounding this topic, but in order for you to be productive, the temperature has to cool, right? Because if you go in while things are hot, you two are only responding to the tone. You two are only responding to the heat of the conversation. And so nothing gets done, nothing gets changed, nothing gets produced. So I feel like it's just waiting, taking a waiting period for things to cool off or die down before revisiting this conversation. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's not over, right? It's just we're gonna table it for now. I mean, you have a strong opinion, but like I said earlier, they're out stubborning you, and you're like, I'm in it for the long game. You know you're gonna win. You know you're gonna get your way, but you have to play the long game right now. You have to wait for things to cool off and then revisit it. And in the meantime, probably get information, right? The sword energy, get more information to kind of convince, or it's like your research. You have data now to prove why your idea is the best one, right? If we're applying it to the moving scenario, it's like, oh, well, this area has great schools, for our family, or this is a up and coming area, or, if you two are thinking about moving, like a distance, right? Because of the Eight of Wands, it's like, well, this is why we should move. It's, there's more potential for increased incomes or whatever the situation is, but you're getting the data right now to sway them later. Okay. All right. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. And the second one is trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for being here with me, and take care. Bye.